Good morning, everybody. Danny Shea. Sunday with Spirit. So, for people who are new to Sunday with Spirit, this is not a tarot card pull. This is me tapping in to my guides, asking them for what do they have to share? What are we missing? What should we be looking at? Something like that. And so I pulled these cards, and when I pulled the cards, before I pulled them, I was thinking about the week and all the news. I was thinking about Beirut, and just I was in awe of the power of the explosion. And I didn't even consider the human factor. And then the next day I'm watching the news with the humanitarian devastation. Wow. And so my positive brain said, well, keep going with that humanitarian devastation. Let's think about Africa. Oh, lack of food there. Well, hey, let's bring it back home. Appalachia, the Native American lands, the inner cities it goes on and on and on. I don't want to put labels on one area. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I went down this rabbit hole and I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I need protection. I need to step back. I need to find, what my path is in this space and time. So I pulled some cards and, I've been meditating on them and thinking about them. And the first two cards I pulled when I was going, what should I be, just give me an indication where this is going. And it was Taming the Wind. In the first, let me just flip these over. I got too much coming at me. Okay. Taming the Wind. And when we use the wind, we get to call in our spirit guides. We get to call in our guides. But it's also airwaves, things coming over the telly and distorting our view of things. The things that are coming on the news, for the most part, are all about ratings. How do we keep the viewers engaged? And joy doesn't seem to keep people engaged. Fear and loathing does. So that's what they play on. So we really have to be careful what we're watching. Me. But we also, here's the wizard of awareness. We also need to be aware of what's going on in the world. So there's a little balance there. Probably a big balance. Anyway, we need to be more, wizard is kind of magical, spiritual. We need to be more spiritually aware and not listen so much to the news. Let me go back to how I laid these out. These are what's working really well for us, that good on you. And this is, maybe we need to tweak this a little bit. Maybe it's not working out so well for us. And when I pulled these over, they can be moved all around. Just labels, just to get a start. So, and I already pulled them all over because I was meditating on them. The council. This goes back to the wizard of awareness. This is our spirit guides, the council. This is getting in touch with Our ancestors that have passed on, our angels, our gods that we talk to, whatever you call them, spirit guides, whatever you call them. And it was in medicine position, which suggests to me that I may not be accessing my guides as much as I need to be. So let's not forget that they are always there for us. All you got to do is ask. All you got to do is think. And so often we just get wrapped up in the wind that we don't quiet it and listen to our guides. The actionable card is magic prayer. So how do we get in touch with our guides? Is through magic prayer. So this is extra special prayer. It's magic, like the wizard. I just saw that. I'm so sharp. So not just regular old prayer. Pray big. Send out big white light. Big white light. You know, when we ground ourselves into Mother Earth, when we open up our crown chakra to receive the light from the heavens, and as the light filters through us into our heart chakra, and then we can let that go throughout the whole universe with positive thoughts, healing thoughts. Especially in the full moon that we just had. You know, that felt really good. I woke up at 12 o'clock at night. I never do that. 2 nights in a row, I woke up. And I went outside, just 5-10 minutes, went back to bed, fell right asleep. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But I sent this healing white light out to everybody. Because we need that so much. We are feeling so restrictive. We're feeling that our freedoms have been just torn apart and taken away from us. And if we're aware of that, and we're aware of the whole world scene, there's so many people that don't have our U.S. freedoms. So magic prayer also needs to have some gratitude with it. Soul retrieval. This is kind of what's not working so well for us. What we should abandon. And when I go, well, that's not, we need that. That should be working for us. And then I got, well, we're not doing it well enough. We're listening to too much. We need to tame the wind, talk to our guides, get our soul retrieval, bring our soul back. What's the true nature of who we are? In the Golden Palace. So in the beginning, I was saying, what kind of protected bubble do I need to have? And I think we do need to have some kind of protection around us, but not so much that we get stuck in our Golden Palace. We do need to come out every now and again. And we do need to share the wealth. If at all possible, right? 6 of coins, back and forth. But if we can't afford it, then maybe we need to be on the other side, the receiving side. And it's so funny that so coincidental that when we think that we're giving somebody some money to help them out, many times that comes back to us in such a huge form that we just didn't imagine. We just couldn't imagine it. The more you give, the more you're going to receive. It may not be in money. Might be. May not be. Maybe just in soul retrieval. Okay, y'all. Thank you for being with me on this little mini spirit journey. I appreciate you all for watching. I feel like this is a little circle that we do on Sunday, and so I thank you for that. All right. Stay safe today and this week, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Peace and love.